things. So we're about to do a Zoom call with Sam, and we're so lucky to have such a caring, loving, calm surrogate. Totally opposite to us. Totally opposite to us. Francis is neurotic.
And we're sorry it's been so long, but this is a well overdue catch up for YouTube.
Yeah.
Sam.
And if you're wondering why I've got puffy eyes, I've just woken up from a nap.
We're both really nappy.
Exhausted
in this
third trimester.
It's exhausting. So we can't wait for you to hear from Sam. The reason why we haven't really kind of done many updates is because she's so calm. She's just getting on with it. She's just a dream, like you. We're Stuart and Francis, and last year we decided to start our family and have a baby. The countdown to due date is on. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, which helps us get introduced to more like-minded people just like you. Come along.
Hello, my darling.
Oh,
Yeah, so good. How are you feeling?
yeah, I'm good. I feel like this is my trimester. This is the best one so far. A lot more energy. Yeah, just sometimes I forget I'm pregnant because I'm just carrying on as normal. I really am a lot better.
Yeah, you're looking so fresh. You're looking great.
Thank you. Because I feel better. I've had my hair done, had a few lash extensions, had my nails done. So maybe that's why I feel great as well.
It's been so many weeks, I think, since YouTube obviously kind of heard any updates from you. So what is he kind of, what's he measuring at?
So I think a lot's gone on because when I came back from the caravan, about 3 weeks ago now, I think, I had all my appointments all in one. So I had the midwife appointment and a consultant appointment and my scan. So all 3 appointments in 1 week. First appointment was the midwife. She checked everything, just the usual blood pressure, urine, checked the baby's heartbeat, and that's absolutely fabulous. Then the day after I went for the scan, which is all good as well. Got to see it wriggling and he literally doesn't stop. So he's definitely like you too. And then I went to see the consultant who does just extra checks really, which this I didn't have with my 2 children. So this is new to me as well. But it's basically because it's classed as an IVF pregnancy, they just double check you over really, just to check that you were okay. He had a look at my ankles, which I've never had before. He had a look at my pelvic bone, check that everything's okay there. He measured the top of my stomach, which is just under my breastbone, down to my pelvic bone, just to check that we're on the line, which we are bang on the line. So there's like 5 lines on this graph, and we are bang on in the middle. So to say there's the 5 lines, we are bang in the middle, which is really, really good. So next time I have the appointment, which is 36 weeks, they want to make sure that it's going in line really, or it's not higher or lower than these 5 lines.
I don't understand what the lines are. Sorry.
So that's the growth really. So that's the growth of the baby. So they want to make sure that obviously it's growing, so it's going in the same direction and not dipping. But they want to make sure that it's also not going too big or not too small. So as long as it's in those lines, everything's absolutely fine. But I remember with my two was classed as small babies, which, you know, at the time I was like, oh, is that worrying or is it not worrying? And apparently it was absolutely fine. But your baby is definitely dead on the middle dot in the line, so perfection.
I love it because when I saw you, your bump is just so perfect. Like I feel like
I don't feel like you look that pregnant.
No, it's amazing. I feel like your boobs are like bigger than your bump.
That's what I keep joking about to my friends. I keep saying I'm sure this baby's in my boobs because they're growing a lot bigger than my belly. But yeah, the midwife actually said, because I had another midwife appointment yesterday, and she said your belly is very neat and all in proportion, because I felt with Corey I was just round everywhere. But yeah. A lot needs to come.
But I think also, because I know that you're so into your health in general, I know you're really mindful about what you eat and everything, so it's probably, you know, you were a different person to who you were when you were pregnant with Corey.
100%, absolutely. And I said this to my mum not long ago, and you know, because she was really concerned, because obviously I had this pelvic bone with my other 2, which was basically that I couldn't stand for too long. I couldn't go, you know, for a long walk, and I had to make sure that I was, because you know, when you stand up, you don't realise how many times you lean on one leg. Like if you're waiting for somebody, you lean on one leg. And I remember the midwife saying, you can't do that, you have to be balanced. So this time I've been a lot more aware of how my posture, my eating habits. I'm so much more healthier right now, and I think it's shown because, you know, I haven't had any pain on my pelvic bone at all. I haven't really had much backache, which I definitely did have backache with the other two as well. And, you know, I'm 10 years older this time, so you'd think it would be the other way around, but health has definitely been a big tick for me, and yeah, I would definitely say that has been, yeah, the best thing.
Tell me your, I know you're into like affirmations, and we've got kind of, between the three of us, we've kind of talked about this perfect date that we want, which we won't tell people, but like, what are you affirming right now in terms of like, how do you see the birth and this next stage going?
Yeah, so I say I have an easy labour in the birthing pool with both boys and my husband present. That's one of the things I write down, and I'm just so healthy and strong, and my body can cope with anything. And I just affirm it, and I'm doing more visualization. I write the affirmations down, but it's more the visualization, and I think I've mentioned this, you know, in a few of the YouTubes with you guys, but I just see it so clearly when I close my eyes, you know, that the room, because I obviously remember the room when I went with Corey and Lacey. I was in exactly the same room with both of them. Pool is different now, so I have had a photo of one of my friends who works in the hospital, so I can actually get the visualization spot on. And I just see you two there, and I don't know why, sorry Francis, but I hand the baby to Stuart, or Stuart lifts the baby up, and he's the first one, and then Craig cuddles me, you cuddle Stuart and the baby, and oh my goodness, I'm getting emotional, but I just see it so plain as day, and that is really what get me so excited, because lots of people, especially the other day on Sunday, people are like, are you getting scared now? Are you getting worried? And I'm just like, no, I'm ready to do this. I'm just really excited because I just know it's going to be amazing.
We're definitely aligned though, because I've always said that I would love the baby to be handed to Stuart first. So that was the vision, wasn't it? That was the vision, yeah. That was our vision.
Oh really? I didn't know that. That popped up one day when I was visualising. I was just like, and I think it was actually Stuart grabbing the baby, because obviously it's in water, you're not allowed to help it get to the top, so the baby floats and Stuart's there, and oh my goodness.
Will the baby float to the top, and like forwards or backwards? I suppose you don't really know. It's just going to float to the top, and then you take it from the top.
Yeah, I think I remember the back coming up first with Corey. Sounds awful. I don't really remember Lacey, because I think she did more of the work with Lacey. But with Corey, because I was a bit more confident, they said, you know, once he's floated to the top, you can grab him. And I just remember, I think it was back first, and I just put him on my chest, and yeah, it was just so magical. It really was special, and I think that's why I'm so confident that I want another birthing pool, because I just felt like
when I watched Nikki's birth, she videoed her birth, and she had a birthing pool, and it was so, obviously we only saw the last couple of minutes of actually giving birth, but it just felt so amazing and so calm, and so like she was screaming obviously, like it just felt so much, something felt amazing. So,
and that's why I haven't got anything to compare it to, so I can't say it was better or worse than being on a bed or standing up or on a ball, but I just felt that it was just more relaxing, and the lights were dimmed, Craig was sitting behind me holding my shoulders, and it was just relaxing. Like, I'm not going to say it was so relaxing, because I don't want you to come in there thinking, oh, this is going to be amazing, because I am going to be in pain. Don't get me wrong, I am going to be in pain.
But oh god, as it's getting closer to the day, Francis is getting more and more grateful that you are putting your body through, like your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, your being through such an aggressive experience. It's
absolutely crazy. But like, I don't think YouTube actually captures properly how calm you've been, and how kind of you've just aced every stage of this pregnancy so far. And I know the first 15 weeks were intense with sickness, but you just never moaned to us really. Just cracked on with it. But I just can't believe we've got 8 weeks and 6 days. No, babe.
Oh no, keep saying that.
8 weeks and 2 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If he comes on time.
What I'm really excited about is like packing up the car. Like I've done all the drawers, so I've put them all in like newborn, 0 to 3, and 3 to 6 months, and so they've got the 3 drawers. And so I put them all in these little squares. So I'm just going to put them in the suitcase, the first 2 drawers in the suitcase, and I can't wait to like pack the little car and like knowing that we're driving up and like literally the next time we're in our house, we're gonna come back with a baby. Like that is just, I can't even cope with that. It just blows my mind.
Every time we see friends now, we're like, okay, the next time we see you, we're gonna have a baby. It's just...
I was thinking that on the event on Sunday, because I said to Terry, I said, this will be their last event, like without the baby in tow.
So to finish off, you said the other day about a push present, which I think is the best idea. Where do you, can you tell me a bit about this push present idea? Did you hear it from a surrogate?
I've never even heard about it, and I can't remember what post, I posted something, and they were like, you need a push present. And I Googled it, and I was just like, oh, that's such a cute idea, because I think it's what obviously the husband or the partner buys for the woman who's just pushed the baby out, basically.
It's usually like a massive fat diamond ring.
Well, the first one that came up was Kim Kardashian or some like ridiculous amount of car or something like that. More money than my house and my mum's house put together, probably. But yeah, I just thought it was a cute idea.
We love that idea.
I'll have to do the baby. You hand me a present.
We were speaking to the other gay couple at the event we were at yesterday, and they were talking about the kind of temperament of their surrogate. And it literally, as they were explaining her, it literally sounded exactly like you, because they are both, they said that sometimes they can be a bit neurotic, and she's really calm and really just like super understanding.
Yeah.
And it's just, when they was explaining her, I was like, oh my God, it literally sounds like Sam.
Yeah, that girl on Instagram that we follow, is it 1 in a Million? She's called?
Yeah.
She said, you've got to be a certain kind of person to be a surrogate. And when people ask, oh my goodness, are you going to be able to give this baby away? It's like, surrogates just know they can do that. They don't get attached. It's like having your friend's baby that you cuddle in and you could look after it for the whole day. You don't ever think, ooh, I want to keep this baby. You know, you just don't think like that. So yeah, I do get asked that question a lot, and obviously all the other surrogates do get the same question. But you just know. I think to be a surrogate, like she said, you've got to have that.
And I think as you go into this, like we had loads of discussions around this before we kind of started the process. As you go into this, you're so aware that it's not yours, and you I know you said like you definitely don't want another baby. Like I feel like you really are. I didn't have that kind of concept in my head when we very first started. I just thought if you have a baby, you're getting attached to it. But I think throughout the whole process, it really has been like a separation before it even kicks off.
Yeah.
I think it's always. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the pregnant one, so I don't know. Well, are you getting many people like saying to you like congratulations when you do? Like, are you getting?
Yeah. So I had a lady in the shop, and it just depends what time it is. You know, if I'm in a rush or it's not the right place, I don't really go into detail. So I think we went for lunch, and the lady who was serving the food just said, "Oh, congratulations when you do." So I just told her, and she was being asked by someone else behind us. So I was like, I'm not going to go into it. Whereas, you know, the time after that, somebody asked me, and I was like, oh yeah, it's not actually mine. I'm doing it for my friends, and I'm a surrogate. And they were like, oh. And then you just stuck there for ages because they're like, I've got so many questions. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? I'm like, when's it happening? How did it happen? How did you say yes? What did your husband say? What did your children say? And it's like a million questions because everybody's just so curious. Even the midwives, because you know they don't come across surrogates that often. So,
do you know if the hospital where you're giving birth, if they've had this situation before or not?
So there's someone at the moment, apparently in Wrexham, doing exactly the same thing. They have had somebody a few years ago, they said, but yeah, they didn't really go into detail, and it's definitely the people that I've seen have not had, you know, close interaction with that surrogate. It's just somebody they've heard about. Yeah, I don't think it's that.
That'll be you.
And
that'll be you in a few years. Oh, we had this one girl that came in. There was a surrogate.
No, that'd be you on the Wrexham like evening news in a couple of weeks after.
I know we should get you like a little bit in the paper.
Yes.
We'll call the papers. Gay boys moved to Wrexham to have a baby.
We need to go on this morning.
Yes.
I'd love to see Phil and Holly.
I was thinking, you know, we were talking about having possibly a baby shower for all your friends. They were getting jealous they weren't going to get to experience baby shower. Maybe after the baby's born, for all your friends, we could do like a sip and see, and we can have like a little thing for your friends back.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah,
Yes, I think it's like an American concept where basically you have the baby, or we'll bring the baby over, and everyone comes to sip. Or was it sip and see Sam, or bring the baby there? What is
Well,
it?
Sam can come to us or whatever you're.
But the whole thing's about like celebrating what you've done, and then they gift you.
And it's you, not us or the baby.
Or the baby.
We can all gift you.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Yeah, that's great. But when you come down anyway, we'll definitely get like the friends to come to your little Airbnb and see you. Yeah, that'd be good.
They've got to see what you've been doing for the last 9 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for doing this. And
Okay, no problem.
we can't wait to see you soon.